Today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Time to see this Bengals offense here as they get set for their first drive. And under center, of course, is the #1 pick in the 2020 draft, now in year number 2, Joe Burrow.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on some people.
Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by a Kellen Witherspoon. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And leading him out from UNC in his 5th season, it's Mitchell Trubisky.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 3 yards remain for second down. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Mike Davis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to run, and he found it.
So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strengths.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for Mixon last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Going for it all. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a fourth down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, here's Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. It's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Powers through it, and they'll get this down to the 10. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. Now they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Sample. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And that is not a sight they want to see. Joe Mixon very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Pirine. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, Burrow. He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine. Now Pirine is stripped to the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back 1st down pickups. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Now Trubisky, they're going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Full domination right now, and the game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, you'd be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 two-point conversions. And now they're up 24-0, so essentially they gained a field goal out of it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Big 13. Big 13.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. Now it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. Two-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the two-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for two. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The drive starts with a handoff to P-Rod. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Chris Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, good move. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, Davis. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
P. Ryan again on second down. He'll have a first down past the 40. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
P. Ryan. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll go to P. Ryan, trying to pound it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Samaje P. Ryan. A 3-yard touchdown run. And it's for pride now, but the Bengals get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. Now Green, staying on the ground. Let's hope he's all right. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 93 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And we'll go underneath here to Evans. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Burrow will throw. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL than just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now Trubisky on first down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. 105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And quickly they get to the line. On first down, Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now Pirine. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Here's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. 123 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Trubisky to throw. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Trubisky to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They're going to look to throw. On the screen, this is Evans. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Devin Bush coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw, finding some room at midfield, and finally brought down at the 43.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. That catch good for only a couple.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
From the 41, Burrow. And again, that's Hurst. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Davis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Play action. It's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down at the 10. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And just a yard to go here on second down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better. Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Back onto the field comes the offense and Hayden Hurst. And a bounce back here for him after a slow start. And sometimes that's how it goes with tight ends. Those catches in their games, they can go in waves at that position.
And you get so locked into stopping them that you think, okay, hey, look at that. We've held them down. And the best ones, you really don't hold down for an entire game. They're going to get their catches. Your job is to keep them from being big-time catches that break you down totally.
And dropping it off underneath, here's P-Ryan. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down, here's Burrow. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Setting up the screen to P-Ryan. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And a catch right side by Evans. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. To the air again, Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase. So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. A final shot now for Burrow.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Akella Witherspoon.
And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.